Today on MUFC Pulse, we'll dive into some incredibly intriguing news. United ramp up midfield hunt, and Pep delivers a brutal verdict on Casemiro's performance in the derby. For more on this story, check out the video. We also have some equally exciting football news coming up, so stay tuned until the end to catch it all. Welcome to MUFC Pulse. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell for more updates. United eyeing midfield reinforcement. Manchester United are reportedly keen on signing Al Hilal midfielder Ruben Neves this month. The club have identified the former Wolverhampton Wanderers captain as a potential first addition under new interim boss Michael Carrick, and discussions have already begun towards a possible deal. Neves could be on the move in January, with Al Hilal potentially open to cashing in on the 28-year-old Portugal international while they still can. His contract, which pays him a staggering £340,000 a week, is due to expire in less than 6 months, and the Saudi side are said to be looking for around £20 million to let him go. The midfielder is eager to return to Europe after 2.5 years in Saudi Arabia, though a January switch still looks unlikely at this stage. His eye-watering wages remain a major hurdle for any interested club, and Al Hilal's £20 million asking price is also seen as a sticking point. United are believed to have sounded out Neves' agent, Jorge Mendes, but whether the interest turns into a concrete bid remains to be seen. Neves spent 6 successful years at Wolves before his big-money move in 2023, racking up 253 appearances including 177 in the Premier League and contributing 30 goals and 13 assists during his time at Molineux. Since joining Al Hilal, the 28-year-old has featured 20 times this season, scoring 7 goals, and has already lifted 4 trophies, including the Saudi Pro League title in 2024. Pep Guardiola's brutal verdict on Casemiro after derby defeat. A historic victory was secured by Manchester United in a high-stakes Manchester derby during game week 22 of the Premier League. Roared on by the Old Trafford faithful, the Red Devils claimed the bragging rights with a clinical 2-0 victory over Manchester City. Despite City's attempts to claw their way back, United were the dominant force from the first whistle, carving out a string of dangerous openings that left the visitors' backline chasing shadows. Throughout a pulsating first half, the Old Trafford crowd remained on the edge of their seats as United launched a wave of relentless attacks. City's shot-stopper, Gianluigi Donnarumma, was forced into a series of world-class saves to keep the game level. Thanks to the Italians' heroics between the sticks, the score remained goalless at the interval, despite the hosts virtually camping in the citizens' half. The deadlock was finally broken in the 65th minute through Bryan Mbeumo. Deployed as a lone striker, Mbeumo showed predatory instincts to finish a sublime delivery from captain Bruno Fernandes, who pulled the strings from attacking midfield all afternoon. United doubled their advantage in the 76th minute when Patrick Dorgu found the net, converting a pinpoint assist from Matheus Cunha just 5 minutes after the latter's introduction. This landmark result marks a poignant moment for Michael Carrick, securing his first win as Manchester United manager. Beyond the 3 points, this result serves as a massive psychological boost for a squad that looks reborn. However, the celebrations must be brief. A daunting trip to face league leaders Arsenal looms on the horizon. The headlines, however, belong to Casemiro, who was the undisputed man of the match. The Brazilian veteran was the unsung hero in the middle of the park, dictating the tempo for over 80 minutes. His commanding display earned rave reviews across the national press, with several outlets awarding him a new perfect 9/10 match rating. Casemiro once again proved his pedigree as a big-game specialist, effectively shackling City's creative engines, Rodri and Bernardo Silva. A defining moment arrived in the second half when his perfectly timed recovery tackle on Erling Haaland thwarted a golden opportunity for the visitors. As he made way for Manuel Ugarte in the 81st minute, the Theatre of Dreams rose as one to give him a thunderous standing ovation. Beyond his tactical brilliance, it was Casemiro's commanding leadership that truly galvanized the United ranks during the game's most frantic periods. He was often seen barking instructions at the backline and demanding higher intensity from his teammates, acting as an on-pitch lieutenant for Michael Carrick. Even when the pace of the derby reached a fever pitch, the Brazilian remained the coolest head in the stadium, snuffing out danger before it could manifest and ensuring City never found their usual rhythmic flow. It was a masterclass in game management, proving that while legs may age, the footballing brain of a 5-time Champions League winner remains sharp enough to dismantle the most sophisticated of systems. Post-match, Pep Guardiola was incredibly candid, admitting his begrudging admiration for Casemiro's display. The City boss confessed his bewilderment at how the Brazilian consistently haunts his side, whether by disrupting play or initiating counterattacks. For Guardiola, Casemiro's performance was a brutal reminder of the sheer importance of experience at the elite level. Michael Carrick was equally effusive in his praise, describing his midfielder as an immense figure whose composure stems from years at the top of the game. Carrick noted that Casemiro didn't just break up City's rhythm, he provided a security blanket for the younger players around him. The United boss emphasized that the Brazilian's discipline in winning individual duels is the gold standard the club demands. Carrick concluded by noting that United's newfound tactical cohesion is built entirely around Casemiro's pivotal role. He spoke of his pride in seeing the veteran feed off the energy of the Stretford end, battling for every ball until the very end. To Carrick, the Man of the Match award was the only logical conclusion for such a Spartan performance. Manchester United reach final verdict on Toby Collier's future. Hull City have reached an agreement with Manchester United to sign midfielder Toby Collier on loan until the conclusion of the current campaign. The 22-year-old is expected to be finalized as the Tigers' first acquisition of the January transfer window, providing a significant reinforcement for head coach Sergej Jakirovic as he looks to bolster his squad for the season's run-in. The deal is anticipated to be formally completed on Monday, following Manchester United's decision to give the green light for the youngster's temporary departure. This move marks a successful pursuit for the East Yorkshire club, who had previously expressed a keen interest in the player during the summer window before he ultimately chose a different path. Collier spent the first half of this season on loan at West Bromwich Albion, where he made 12 appearances for the Baggies. However, his stint at the Hawthorns was curtailed, and he returned to Old Trafford last month. His return coincided with discussions regarding his next steps, particularly as he worked his way back to full fitness following a minor calf injury. Having now fully recovered from that setback, Collier is reportedly eager to get back onto the pitch. It is understood that the midfielder has been closely monitoring Hull City's progress this season and was sufficiently impressed by their performances to express a clear desire to join Jakirovic's project at the MKM Stadium. For Sergej Jakirovic, the arrival of the United Academy graduate represents a major boost. The manager has been keen to add depth and energy to his midfield engine room, and landing a player of Collier's pedigree, especially one who was so highly sought after, is seen as a statement of intent for the Tigers' ambitions. While the paperwork is expected to be finalized imminently, Collier is not anticipated to play a part in Tuesday night's fixture against Preston North End. However, in a move designed to integrate him quickly into the first-team environment, he is expected to travel with the squad to Deepdale to observe his new teammates in action. The plan for the remainder of the week involves a full training program at Cottingham. This will allow the coaching staff to assess Collier's sharpness and ensure he is up to speed with the tactical demands of Jakirovic's system before he is considered for selection in a competitive capacity. If all goes according to plan during the week's training sessions, there is a strong hope within the club that Collier will be named in the matchday squad for Saturday's home clash. Hull City are set to host Swansea City, and the potential inclusion of their new signing would provide an extra layer of excitement for the home support. As the January window begins to gather pace, this signing marks a proactive start for Hull City. By securing a player with recent championship experience and the technical grounding of the Manchester United system, the Tigers appear well positioned to maintain their momentum as they head into the crucial final months of the season. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know in the comment your opinion.